There will come a moment in your life, maybe many, when you'll feel the pull to justify who you are, to explain your choices, to defend your silence, your ambition, your distance, your transformation. Resist that pull. You don't owe explanations to everyone who questions you. This isn't arrogance. This is inner peace. In a world addicted to noise, your quiet confidence speaks volumes. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The need to explain often comes from fear, not truth. We're afraid of being misunderstood, unloved, misjudged. So we scramble for the right words, thinking maybe, just maybe, if we explain enough, they'll finally see us clearly. But the ones committed to misunderstanding, you will never run out of questions. So you must learn this simple truth. Clarity within yourself is more powerful than agreement from others. You see, explaining yourself to someone who doesn't want to understand is like pouring water into a sieve, draining your energy, leaving you dry and still empty in their eyes. When you know who you are, silence becomes your shield. That's the first lesson. Self-possession doesn't beg for validation. In ancient Stoic thought, virtue was the only true good. Not approval, not reputation, not being liked, just living rightly, inwardly aligned, unmoved by external applause or criticism. That's what you must return to, living rightly, not loudly. Modern life pressures us to announce every step, to justify our boundaries, our healing, our rest, our refusal to continue cycles we've outgrown. But wisdom doesn't always walk into the room with a megaphone. Sometimes it walks away. Second lesson, silence is not weakness. It's a decision not to argue with those who misinterpret your motives, a decision not to debate your boundaries, a decision to value your peace over your performance. The more you try to explain your soul to someone committed to misunderstanding it, the more you abandon yourself. And what good is it to gain their approval if you lose your center? Seneca once wrote, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Explaining yourself constantly is a sign that you're still uncertain of your own destination. But when you know your port, when your values, intentions, and actions are aligned, you stop explaining and start embodying. You stop defending and start living. And people notice, not because you shouted louder, but because you radiated clarity. The third lesson is this: explaining yourself often comes from unhealed places. That inner child who wanted to be accepted. That past version of you who was mocked for thinking differently. That person who was told, "You're too much," or "You've changed." And yes, you have changed. You're growing. That's not something to defend, it's something to honor. In fact, silence in the face of misunderstanding is sometimes the deepest act of self-respect. You're not running from the conversation. You're choosing to protect your energy from futile ones. Because not every question deserves an answer. Not every doubt requires a response. Not every attack needs a defense. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You are not responsible for managing other people's discomfort with your growth. You are only responsible for living your truth with integrity. And if they can't sit with your silence, they were never meant to hear your voice. Let that settle. You don't have to explain why you're healing. why you're protecting your peace, why you no longer chase, beg, or tolerate certain energies. In silence, you hear your own voice again. In silence, you become aware of how much time you used to waste convincing people who were never listening. In silence, your soul breathes. And in that space, you remember, you are not here to be universally understood. You are here to live deeply, truthfully, fully whether they clap for you or not. So let them wonder, let them gossip, let them ask, why are you so quiet now? And let your life be the answer. Let your peace be the evidence. Let your consistency do the explaining. Because those who are meant for you, those truly aligned with your frequency, won't need endless explanations. They'll feel your energy and understand. And those who don't, they never would have, no matter how eloquently you spoke. So walk with stillness, sit with self-respect, speak only when words are needed. And remember this, sometimes, silence isn't retreat. It's return. Return to yourself. Return to your truth. Return to the strength that never needed an audience. If this brought you peace, share it with someone still trying to explain themselves to the wrong people.